A prototype worth $10 million had stalled engineers panicked. Bosses yelled, and the company's future was on the line. Then she scoffed at a grease-stained mechanic and said, "Fix it, and I'll marry you." No one expected what happened next. At Blackstone Autotech, the air was thick with tension. The latest super engine, a hybrid performance prototype, had failed the most crucial test right before the International Tech Summit. Ava Leland, the blonde, Yale-educated lead engineer, was furious. Her career was riding on this, and her pride didn't allow failure. She paced around the lab barking orders at her exhausted team of engineers, none of whom dared challenge her brilliance, but the whispers started, "Call Marcus." Marcus Washington, the facility's 42-year-old black mechanic, wasn't part of the engineering team. No Ivy League diploma, no title, just a weathered jumpsuit and years of hands-on experience fixing problems no one else could. "He's just a mechanic," Ava snapped. "What's he going to do pray the engine works?" Asterisk. But Marcus didn't ask for permission. When everyone else left for lunch, he stayed. He looked at the machine not like a man with a manual, but like an old friend he hadn't seen in years. That's when Ava returned, caught him with his hands in the hood, and scoffed, loud enough for the whole lab to hear. "You fix this engine, Marcus, and I'll marry you," she mocked, smirking like it was a joke. The engineers chuckled awkwardly. Marcus didn't. He simply said, "Then you better start looking for a ring." Marcus worked all night, with no software diagnostics, no data logs, just his ears, intuition, and calloused hands. He noticed a minute delay in the fuel injection. Timing, a sensor that flickered on idle, and a gear misaligned by 2 millimeters errors no algorithm had detected. He handcrafted a bypass valve from scrap. Rewired a control panel with parts meant for a forklift. It wasn't pretty, but it was precise. When the sun rose, he poured coffee into a chipped thermos and powered up the engine. It roared like a lion finally unchained. Ava came in with her usual smugness until the engine purred. Heads turned. Her jaw dropped. Marcus stood beside the machine, arms folded, calm as ever. "You didn't," she whispered. He handed her the diagnostic report, his handwritten version, not from any software. "Maybe it's time you start listening to experience, not just titles." A long silence fell over the lab. And for the first time, Ava, who had built her career on intellect and prestige, was speechless. Later that day, the CEO called Marcus into the boardroom. Not to reprimand him, but to offer him the role of chief technical advisor, with a salary. That dwarfed Ava's. "And Ava?" she asked in the coffee. "I was wrong about you," she admitted. "You're more than a mechanic. You're an artist." They began to talk more. Lunches turned into long conversations, confessions, laughter, eventually a friendship, and then something neither expected: chemistry. 1 year later, at the same summit where their engine stole the show, Ava took the stage. "Behind this innovation isn't just engineering," she said. "It's a man who saw value where others saw grease." Then she paused, pulled out a small black box, and in front of thousands said, "Marcus, last year I joked about marrying you. This time I'm serious. Will you?" Marcus, stunned, simply nodded, eyes full of humble disbelief. "Let's build something even better together." Asterisk, she had the degree. He had the heart. She saw problems. He saw solutions. And in a world obsessed with titles, it was the man from the garage who taught the engineer what true genius looks like, not in a lab coat, but in loyalty, humility, and silent excellence.